Hello 11th class students, welcome to our mathematics class students. Today we are going to start our new chapter 10, straight lines. Before starting our main topic straight lines, we'll make a brief review of our coordinate geometry concepts. Students, in कोऑर्डिनेट ज्योमेट्री के बारे में हमने 9th और 10th क्लास में रीड कर लिया है. We'll recall that terms of main concepts of coordinate geometry here first. So what is coordinate geometry and why it is used and what is the use of this branch? Students, when we discuss the real number line in two-dimensional place, then by using the coordinate geometry we can place any point, any object using two-dimensional axis, and we call the two-dimensional axis here rectangular axis. We take two mutually perpendicular lines. The horizontal line is called x-axis, the vertical line is called y-axis, and this plane is called Cartesian plane or Cartesian coordinate system. कोऑर्डिनेट सिस्टम बिकॉज जो हम कोई भी पॉइंट प्लेस करेंगे इस तरीके से जनरल पॉइंट, उसकी पोजीशन हम उसके कोऑर्डिनेट्स के अकॉर्डिंग फाइंड आउट करते हैं. ओके, हियर यू कैन सी इफ वी आर हैविंग अ पॉइंट पी एक्स वाई, देन दिस एक्स रिप्रेजेंट इट्स डिस्टेंस अलोंग एक्स एक्सिस and y represented distance along y axis. Okay, so x, this is its abscissa or we can say x coordinate, and y is the ordinate or we can say the y coordinate of the point. Okay, now where the two rectangular axes meet, this point is called the origin, and the four partition made by the two lines in the plane, these four parts are called quadrants of the system. After that we have discussed how to locate any point, what will be the signs, different signs. So you can see here we are having the positive x-axis on the right hand side. In the left hand side of the origin we are having negative x-axis. On the above of the origin we are having positive y-axis, and below the origin we are having negative y-axis. So according to that, if we take any point in the first quadrant, so here the x-axis is also positive and y is also positive, so the point will have both the coordinate positive. Now in the second quadrant you can see that we are having negative x-axis and positive y-axis. So our x coordinate will be negative and y coordinate will be positive. In the third quadrant, both of the axes, x-axis and y-axis, both are negative here. So both of the coordinate of the point are negative here. In the fourth quadrant, we are having positive x-axis and negative y-axis. So our coordinate, x coordinate will be positive and y coordinate will be negative. Okay. Now if we are having any point on x-axis, so obviously it has no distance along y-axis, covered no distance along y-axis, that means its y coordinate will be 0. Similarly, any point on y-axis, it covered no distance along x-axis, so its distance along its x coordinate will be 0. Okay, this is the general point on y-axis, and this is the general point on x-axis. Now in the 10th class we have discussed how to find the distance between 2 points and the section formula. If we are having 2 points px1 y1 and qx2 y2, then the distance formula is PQ will be determined by x2 minus x1 whole square plus y2 minus y1 whole square and its under root. Okay students, if we are having any point and we are measuring its distance from origin, that means the point 0, 0, then obviously the second coordinates x1 y1 will be 0. 0, and in this case generally we can say that the distance of any point xy from origin will be under the root x square plus y square. Now the section formula says, if we are having 2 points P and Q and G be our distance, be any point in between the line joining these 2 points. Okay, that means this G point, let us take this point divides the line joining the points P Q in the ratio m ratio n internally, because here G is existing in between the points PQ. If it existing outside this the points PQ, then we say that G divides the line PQ in externally. Okay, so if we this ratio this G divides PQ internally, then the formula, section formulas, the coordinate for the point G, let us take this be xy. Okay, this can be find out by x will be equals to mx2 plus n x1 upon m plus 1, and similarly y can be find out by m y2 into n y1 upon m plus n. But if the G point cuts the line joining PQ externally, then our formula, section formula will be x coordinate can be find out by mx2 minus nx1, okay, upon m minus n. And similarly the y coordinate of the point G will be m y2 minus n y1 upon m minus n. Now on the basis of this section formula, we have derived the midpoint formula. In the midpoint formula means this point G is cutting the line PQ in 1:1. That means PG equals to GQ. Then on obviously M will be equals to N. So we'll put here M and N equal. In this way we get the formula, midpoint formula, x coordinate x1 plus x2 by 2 and y coordinate y1 plus y2 by 2. Okay, now what is the circumcenter of a triangle? These are there are some basic terms. So circumcenter, centroid, orthocenter, incenter, that will be used in the questions. So students, what is circumcenter? It is the point of intersection of perpendicular bisectors of the sides of a triangle. Okay, this is equidistance from the vertices of a triangle. If we are given this triangle, okay, ABC, then its circumcenter will be what? Will draw the perpendicular bisector of BC, similarly draw the perpendicular bisector of AC and draw the perpendicular bisector of side AC. All the perpendicular bisectors of these points intersect at a common point C, and this is called the circumcenter of the circle. And this circumcenter is always equidistant from the 3 vertices, okay, of the triangle. Obviously, now using this circumcenter we can draw a common circle which passes all the 3 vertices of the triangle. That only this is the reason we say this is the circumcenter, okay, of the triangle. Similarly, we say the incenter. Incenter means जो आपका सर्कल होगा वो इनसाइड होगा और ट्रायंगल आउटसाइड होगा. ठीक है, इस तरीके से अगर हमें कोई दिया गया है और यहाँ पे आपका सेंटर आ जाए, देन दिस इज कॉल्ड इन सेंटर. तो ये इन सेंटर हम किस तरीके से ड्रॉ कर सकते हैं? यू कैन सी इफ वी join all the perpendicular bisectors, okay, or altitudes, because from the angle bisector. If this angle A is bisected by this side, angle B is bisected by this line, and angle A is bisected by this, then the line these three angle bisector meet at this point, and at this point is equidistance from the three vertices. Note the three vertices. From these two vertices it will be equidistant. Okay. Actually not equal, because you can see our circle is meeting at these points. So this is the radiuses of the circle. Okay. So in center is nothing, but it is the point where all the angle bisector, or we can say internal bisector. Okay, if this is the triangle ABC, then this is the bisector of angle A, this is the bisector of angle B, and this is the bisector of angle C. The point where these three bisectors meets, this point is called incenter of the circle. From the incenter, if we draw the circle, then it will join at this point, this point, this point. इस तरीके से हम इंसेंटर ड्रॉ कर सकते हैं. ओके. पहले हमें परपेंडिकुलर बाइसेक्ट मिड पॉइंट्स निकालने पड़ेंगे, तब हम ये वाली जो है लाइन परपेंडिकुलर डालेंगे फ्रॉम दिस पॉइंट ऑन दिस साइड. ओके. सिमिलरली उसके बाद फिर हम सर्कल ड्रॉ करते हैं. Now next is the centroid of a triangle. Students, what is the centroid of the triangle? If we are having medians, what are the medians of the triangle? These are the lines. If from this vertex we draw a line such that this joins the midpoints of the opposite side to the opposite vertex. Okay, here you can see AD is the median of BC. If D is the midpoint of BC, then AD is the median. Similarly, if E is the midpoint of AC, then B is the median. Okay. Similarly, if F is the midpoint of AB, then CF is also median. So the point where the three medians intersect, this is called the centroid of the circle. Okay, triangle, sorry. Centroid जो होता है वो मीडियंस को इन 2:1 में डिवाइड करता है ऑलवेज. तीनों मीडियंस को 2:1 में डिवाइड करता है दिस. तो सेक्शन फॉर्मूला का यूज करके भी हम ये इसके कोऑर्डिनेट्स इन सेंट्रोइड के हम फाइंड आउट कर सकते हैं. और इफ वी आर हैविंग दिस पॉइंट x1 y1, this point x2 y2, and the third vertex of the triangle C x3 y3, then the coordinates of centroid will be x1 plus y1, x1 plus x2 plus x3 upon 2, and y1 plus y2 plus y3 by 2. These will be the coordinates of the centroid. Not 2 but 3 here. x1 plus x2 plus x3 upon 3, y1 plus y2 plus y3 upon 3. This will be the formula for finding the coordinates of the centroid of the triangle. Also, if I is the incenter of the triangle ABC such that vertex A is x1 y1, vertex B is x2 y2, and coordinates of vertex C x3 y3, and BC is A, AC is B, and AB is C. Then coordinates of in center will be A x1 plus B x2 plus C x3, okay, upon A plus B plus C. And y coordinate will be A y1, B y2, C y3 upon A plus B plus C. These are the coordinates of the in center. You can see A x1, x1 is multiplied with the opposite side, B is multiplied with the opposite vertex x2, okay. Similarly x3 is multiplied with the opposite side, ओके. तो अपोजिट साइड के साथ हमें मल्टीप्लाई करके फिर तीनों साइड्स के सम से डिवाइड करना. नाउ नेक्स्ट इज एरिया ऑफ अ ट्रायंगल. एरिया हम कैसे फाइंड आउट कर सकते हैं? इफ वी आर गिवन द वर्टिसेस ऑफ द ट्रायंगल, एनी ट्रायंगल x1 y1 x2 y2 x3 y3. If these are the coordinates of a triangle, then area of the triangle can be simply found by according to determinant. अगर देखें तो ये 12th में आप देखेंगे डिटर्मिनेंट आपका 12th क्लास में आएगा. The area of the triangle can be determined by 1/2 x1 x2 x3 y1 y2 y3 1 1 1. ठीक है, ये फॉर्मूला आप आगे डिस्कस करेंगे. अब अगर आप इस डिटर्मिनेंट को खोलते हैं तो आपके पास आता है 1/2 x1 इंटू y2 माइनस y3 प्लस x2 y1 y3 माइनस y1 प्लस x3 y1 माइनस y2, ओके. ये आता है. तो अगर हम जनरल फॉर्मूला देखें तो देखिए हमें सीरीज लेके आनी है. x1 हमें सीरीज कैसे चलनी है? देखिए 1 2 3. x1 अगर हम लेते हैं तो मल्टीप्लिकेशन में वाइज चलेंगे. 1 के बाद 2 3 y2 माइनस y3. अब x2 यहाँ पे जब आएगा सीरीज में चलना में 3 1, मतलब y3 माइनस y1 प्लस नेक्स्ट हम x3 पे जाएंगे, फिर से सीरीज चलाने 3 के बाद 1, तो y1 माइनस y2. तो इस तरीके से आप लर्न कर सकते हैं. दिस इज द फॉर्मूला फॉर फाइंडिंग एरिया ऑफ द ट्रायंगल. नाउ नेक्स्ट इज व्हाट इज द एरिया ऑफ अ क्वाड्रिलेटरल. Students, we can see that any quadrilateral, if we are having this quadrilateral, then by joining the diagonal, okay, one of the diagonal divides the quadrilateral into two triangle, and we know the formula for finding the area of the triangle. So in this way, by adding the area of the two triangles, we can find the area of the quadrilateral, okay. Now last thing is condition of collinearity of 3 points. तो यहाँ से हम चेक करें तो कई मेथड हो सकते हैं कोलिनियरिटी के. फर्स्ट थिंग इज इफ 3 points are collinear, then they must lie on the same straight line, and if they are lying on the same straight line, they can't construct a triangle. That means area of a triangle made by the 3 triangles will be 0. 3 vertices will be 0. ओके, तो यहाँ से हम यही कंडीशन लगाएंगे. अगर हमें 3 पॉइंट्स कोलिनियर प्रूव करने हैं तो हम एरिया ऑफ द ट्रायंगल के फॉर्मूले में तीनों के वर्टिसेस का यूज़ करते हैं. तीनों के वर्टिसेस के कोऑर्डिनेट्स का तीनों, उसको हम चेक करते हैं क्या ट्रायंगल का एरिया 0 आता है. अगर 0 आएगा तो हमारे पॉइंट्स कोलिनियर होंगे, अदरवाइज नहीं. Now we are given the first exercise is our review exercise of all types of sum we have discussed in our 10th class. The distance formula based sums, the section formula based sum and the sums based on the area of the triangle. So this is the review exercise. In the third sum we are asked, if the distance of the point pxy from the point a0 be a plus x, we are to prove y square equals to 4ax. Now here we are, let us take this be the point pxy and this be the point a0. We are given this distance pa is equals to a plus x. So by using our distance formula, pa will be under the root x minus a whole square plus y minus 0 whole square will be equals to a plus x. Now we can squaring both sides. We will have x minus a whole square plus y square equals to a plus x. From here we are having x square plus a square minus 2xa plus y square equals to a plus x. Now y square equals to a plus x. We'll transpose these three terms to the right hand side. We are having here minus x square minus a square plus 2xa. That will be, one thing is we have squared both hand sides, so we are to square here also. Okay, so we are having whole square here, students. Now a plus x whole square will be a square plus x square plus 2ax minus x square minus a square plus 2ax. This x square minus x square get cancelled, a square minus a square get cancelled. We are remaining with 2ax plus 2ax, that is y square equals to 4ax, and we are to prove this result. So hence proved. Now in the 8th sum we are asking, what ratio does the point 1/2 divide the line segment joining the points 3, 5 and minus 7, 9. Let us take the given ratio be k ratio 1, in which the point 1/2 divides the line joining the points 3, 5 and minus 7, 9. So obviously the x coordinate 1/2 will be equals to minus 7 into k plus 3 into 1 upon k plus 1. Similarly, the y coordinate 6 equals to 9 into k plus 5 into 1 upon k plus 1. Now we can solve these equations by here by cross multiplying, and also here by cross multiplying we are having k plus 1 equals to minus 14k plus 6. K minus plus 14k equals to 6 minus 1, that is 15k equals to 5, k equals to 5 upon 15, that is 1/3. From this equation also, here 6k plus 6 equals to 9k plus 5. 9k, अगर transpose 6k to this side, 9k minus 6k equals to 6 minus 5, that is 1. 3k equals to 1. In this way we get k equals to 1/3. In this way we can say 1:3. This is our required ratio. Now in the 12th sum we are asked, if the points a, b, a dash, b dash and a minus a dash, comma b minus b dash are collinear, then show that a, b dash equals to a dash, b. Students, look here, we are given these 3 points are collinear. So obviously they can't construct a triangle. So area of the triangle that can be constructed by these 3 points must be equals to 0. So we will use the formula for finding the area of the triangle, that is 1/2 into x1 into x2 y2 minus y3 plus x2 into y3 minus y1 plus x3 into y1 minus y2, its a mode. This must be equals to 0. We'll put here the formula. We'll have 1/2 a into b dash minus b dash plus a dash into b minus b dash minus b plus a minus a dash into b minus b dash. Mode of this must be equals to 0. From here we get 1 by 2 2ab dash minus ab minus a dash b dash plus ab minus a dash b minus ab dash plus a dash b dash equals to 0. Here a dash b dash get cancelled, also ab minus ab get cancelled. We are having 2ab dash minus ab dash, that is ab dash minus a dash b. Mode of this equals to 0. Now we can remove the mode. We are having ab dash minus a dash b equals to 0. In this way we get a b dash equals to a dash b, and hence we are having the result. Now in the 13th sum we are asked find the area of the quadrilateral whose vertices are 1 1 3 4 5 minus 2 and 4 minus 7. Let us take ABCD be the given quadrilateral. Its diagonal AC will divide it into two triangles. Now we know the area for finding formula for finding the area of the triangle. We'll find the area of triangle ACD and triangle ABC, and at last we will add up these two areas of the triangles and we will have the required area of the quadrilateral. So area of triangle ACD will be 1 by 2 1 into minus 2 plus 7 plus 5 into minus 7 minus 1 plus 4 into 1 minus minus plus 1 plus 2. So we are having 1 by 2, 7 minus 2 5, minus 7 minus 1 minus 8 plus into 5 minus 14 plus 4 into 1 plus 2 3, 4 3s are 12. So we are having 27 by 2 square units. Similarly we will find the area of the triangle ABC. It will be 1 by 2, 1 into 4 minus minus plus 4 plus 2 plus 3 into minus 2 minus 1 plus 5 into 1 minus 4. We get 1 by 2, 4 plus 2 6, minus 2 minus 1 minus 3, 3 3s are 9 minus 9, 1 minus 4 minus 3, 3 5s are 15 minus 15, minus 9 minus 15 minus 24. So we get 1 by 2 mode of 6 minus 24. Mode of minus 18 becomes 9 become plus 18. So we are having 1 by 2 into 18 9. So area of the of this triangle is 9 square unit. Now area of the quadrilateral will be the addition of these two triangles, area of triangle ACD plus area of triangle ABC. Now area of triangle ACD is 27 by 2 square unit and area of triangle ABC is 9 square unit. 27 by 2 plus 9, it will be 27 plus 18 by 2, that is 45 by 2 square unit. So I hope students you understood all the sum. So today your homework to learn this basic concept and write in your fair notebook, and also solve the review exercise of this chapter in your fair notebook. Thank you. Have a nice day.